I've heard a very wise person tell me that when a person is down, the weak come out and speak about it. It takes courage to speak about someone when they're on top. So it's fine. I was targeted, individually, and I hadn't done well in the series. So opportunities galore for everyone to come out and speak about me, which is fine. When I've done well in the past, again people have spoken about me. When I haven't done well, I obviously expect them to come out and start saying all sort of things. But very easy to sit at home and write a blog or speak behind the mic. I think that's easier than coming out and competing on the field. So that's all I have to say about that.
Now I feel like it was probably the most impactful thing that happened in my life. Because I remember that day, I came back from the game. After I got out, I came back to do the cremation and all the rituals that follow. And I remember telling my brother specifically that I am going to play for my country, and I am going to play this game at the highest level, and there's nothing else in life that can distract me anymore. Because it was my father's vision as well. He wanted me to, play at the highest level, and he was really, really keen on me playing at the highest level as well. So I remember making that promise to my brother, and then everything in life became second priority after that incident, and cricket was the first priority. But the one thing that remained constant was every time I was down, every time I hit rock bottom, somehow I was able to put everything aside and say, right, I'm going to work hard and I'm going to get back up. So it's not like I made a promise that I'm never going to fall down. Obviously I was going to fall down, that's life. That is always going to happen in sport and life. But the ability to come back again and again made me realize that that incident was the one incident that helped me become mentally so strong that I could, even if I was distracted, because I'm human, I will make mistakes. But the ability to come back up became so much more stronger. And right now I feel so grateful that I could get that strength from such a bad time in my life as well. The background of my journey is not many people know about the background of my journey. I've been speaking to and consulting with the same coach since I was 8 years old, since I stepped foot into my cricket academy, which I learned everything from my coach Rajkumar Sharma. I still speak to him now, and I was speaking to him a couple of days back. And your perspective in life changes every now and then. As I said, with fame, with money, and with success, there are too many people who become close to you, and you tend to sort of forget from the core of your heart who you really are. But this is the guy I've always been. And the beautiful thing about my journey from a young age group has been that I was part of an academy where no one was talking about that academy or that club. So for me, the only way up was, if someone's getting 100, I have to get 200. Otherwise, no one's going to notice me. And I had that fire inside me all the time. And that's exactly what I did to come up the ranks. I scored so many runs that people could not ignore me, because that was my only driving force. And that actually came from the example that my father set for me. There was a time in my life where there was an opportunity. I was selected for under 14 Delhi team, and then I was dropped at 1 a.m. because of some complications. And you know what happens in state levels. Someone was preferred over me because of some compensations that were done and stuff like that. So same was offered to my father as well, that if you can, maybe you can get into the team after 2 games. So my father straight away said, I'm not going to pay a single penny to make him play. If he can play on his talent, so be it. If not, it's not meant to be for him. So that stuck with me for life. And I've always relied on myself and what I can do as an individual first. And then I'll take help along the way, and people who have been willing and open to help me and understand who I really am have been the ones that have been closest to me. So this natural, when my back is against the wall, there's only one way for me, and that's forward. And I will do everything in my power to fight my way up again. There's an emotional, well, for me, a game of cricket is about making your team win. I can very well enjoy the process of batting in nets. I can very well smile and have fun, and fun and games. But when you mean business, you mean business. In life, I don't have to compete with anyone. I'm not in a space in everyday life where I have to be feisty or aggressive. But for me, one thing was always very clear. When I step onto the field, I'm going to give 120% for every game that I play. And one thing for a fact that no one can count that against me. Till the time I play this game, I am going to play this way. This is who I am. And if my mindset in the field is simple, I will not stand around wanting people to do something that I'm not able to do first. For me, every ball is an event. I'll throw myself around every ball of the whole test match whether it's the 90th over of the 5th day, I'll still throw myself around, because for me, every moment is an opportunity to make your team win. And that is exactly why you step onto the field. You have to make that time count. Our careers are so short anyway, even if you play for 20 years. After that, you can't play the game. So when you are on the field, you absolutely make most of it. And I let things flow. I don't necessarily look to put any restrictions or tabs or filters on me, because I feel like I have to be myself. I have to be my organic self. If you don't like it, that's fine. That's for you to judge, or you to decide. But is that going to make me change myself? Not at all. If you ask me, do I get affected by failure? Yes, I do. Everyone does. I'm human at the end of the day. So it's difficult to process failure at such a big stage. But also you have to understand that, I totally believe in the fact that what's meant to be for you will happen. All we can do is work hard and put in our best effort. As long as your intent is right, your heart is in the right place, and you're going along the right path, and you're doing things with the right intent, that's all you can do. Because no one, as you said, no one wants to go out there and fail or not succeed, or have moments like this. No one wants to do that. No one wants to experience that. But success and failure is a part of everything that we do in life, whether it's sport, whether it's in daily life, whether you lose someone close to you, whether it's a problem in your job, anything. It is the truth of life, and you need to be able to accept both with grace. That's the thing that I've learned. You can't go gung-ho when you succeed. You can't say, oh, I'm the king of the world, or we are invincible now. And when you fail, you can't beat yourself down so much that you can't get up again. So I think you need to feel the hurt. You need to feel, where could I have done things differently? I think failure is a great way, or a great opportunity, to analyze what went wrong and to improve on those mistakes. Because at the end of the day, cricket is all about that. When you make a mistake while batting, you want to improve it the next time you walk out to play. Or if you play a false shot and you haven't gotten out, you want to improve it the next ball. And similarly for bowlers and fielders, you make a mistake, you feel really bad about it, but then you catch one and then you feel like, okay, I've corrected my mistake. And I think life is all about that. It's about making mistakes on a regular basis, but having the courage and the acceptance and the clarity to say, okay, I have made a mistake. I'm not going to be egoistic about it. I'm going to lay it down, understand what happened, improve on it, and walk forward. Because as you said, people say things, people attack you. If you start focusing on that, you cannot progress, because those are opinions. Those are things that are happening on the outside. You know what opinion you hold, you know the intent you played with, and you need to be true to that. So the biggest challenge I felt was being true to your own beliefs. When you are expected to be strong and looked at as a strong individual, people forget to ask you how you do. So it hit home for me. It was like, this is it, because I've always been looked at as someone who is very confident, very mentally strong, and just can endure any situation, any circumstance, and find a way and show us the way. And sometimes what you realize is that at any given point of time in life, as a human being, you really need to just take a couple of steps back and understand how you are doing, how your well-being is, where it's placed.